So recording on, yeah. So guys, I'm recording this session. So I will upload it in YouTube channel, guys, or something like I will give it to the permission to that channel, that playlist. You guys can only access that channel. Okay. Yeah. So myself, Hari. So Hari Cheruko, I'm a DevOps consultant and solution architect with 12 plus years of industry experience as a real-time or a trainer. So I done my certification something like ITL. I certified. So ITIL, you know, right? Something like a Kirti or Sital.
Sir, and sir,
You know, na ITIL.
ITL, no, sir.
So that Chaitanya, so this is the important topic for you. So
Okay.
ITIL is nothing but a so infra. So ITIL, so information technology infra library, something like problem management, change management, and incident management, right?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, so that change management and incident and problem management will comes under the ITIL. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you certified ITIL, you know about so what is the problem, what is the incident, what is the change. So change, right? Change comes under the production. So if you want to change anything and anything in the production environment, you need to go through with the change management process, right? So you need to raise a request to the change in the Jira, and you need to get the approval from the CAB change advisory board meeting. People are there. You will get the approval. Then you will do the changes on the production. So you are working on the daily deployments, right? The releases and daily deployments. So the changes will be approved by the change advisory board team. So I will let you know the later part. I will let you know. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So and I am a Red Hat certified system administrator, and I am a Red Hat certified engineer. So and also I am a AWS certified solution architect associate and CKA certified administrator. So certified Kubernetes administrator. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's our first meetup, right? You are welcome this workshop for Linux and AWS. So not for this. So this is only for AWS and DevOps guys. Okay. So what we will cover in this. So Kirti wants everything, right? But Sital, you don't need all the tools, right? The
Yes, sir.
AWS part you don't need, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Chaitanya, he is my something like village. So he is working as a Linux engineer in HCL. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah,
Chaitanya. Hi, Chaitanya. Hi. Hi, hi.
yeah. So we don't go through this everything, guys. What we will cover in this. So we directly comes to the something like we will directly start to the classes. Okay. So we'll discuss later what is the pipeline when we comes into the Jenkins. You guys already every know, right? The Sheetal and Kirti.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yes, right. So we don't need to discuss. So what is this is right. Yeah. So in this course, what we will cover something like why today is my lap is behaving something like different. Guys. So we'll cover Linux. So Linux and so for Kirti, we'll discuss AWS later, and
Okay.
for Seetal, we'll discuss K8s. So moreover K8s, Linux K8s, and you know that Google and everything, Azure, right, Seetal? We don't need to
I
discuss about. You
I
already
don't
know.
know, sir. New to Azure.
Sorry,
I'm new to Azure also.
new to Azure. So
Yeah.
what you can do is you can start with Azure. Okay.
Mm.
So don't learn AWS because of now you are working with Azure only, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can start with. I will let you know how we can start the Azure things. Okay.
Okay.
So the DevOps part, what we will cover. So Kubernetes, Docker and Ansible. The Terraform part.
Will I need this, sir? Ansible and Terraform?
Yeah, you need, right, definitely. So for example, so in the pipeline, so we need to build the infra, then we need to deploy application. For example, it's a development.
Mm.
So definitely we need So at least you need these Kubernetes, Docker, and Ansible.
Okay.
So as your wish, if you want enthusiastic to learn Terraform, you can start. Otherwise, you can leave it. Okay. You
Okay.
already know the Git, right?
Huh.
Git, GitHub.
Mm. GitHub I have not worked on, but I know Bitbucket concepts I know.
Okay, okay. So GitHub, GitLab, and so Bitbucket also. So we'll discuss these three in this class. Okay.
And Linux also.
Linux is starting, right? So
Yeah.
Linux also we will start, and the later final part is Jenkins, right? So
Mm.
Jenkins, and I will show you the GitLab CI/CD also.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So these are the topics we will cover in this course, guys. Okay. Kirti, I think you know AWS, right? Kirti.
Uh, Sir, I learned GCP.
Hmm.
AWS, I know the concepts, that EC2 instance,
Hmm.
S3 bucket,
Hmm.
and Lambda function,
Okay. Okay.
load balancer, auto scaling. I know the concepts.
Okay. So you have a knowledge, or you know only.
I just know the concepts, sir.
Okay. Yeah. So in the Linux, what we will cover something like a what is a OS, something like types of OSs, and types of hardware. So types of hardware, and then data center. What is data center? And we'll cover in the so one second. I will ping you. So I already Wamshi. Soumya, right? Soumya 360 degree. Need access. I got the access, right? You need access. Oh shit. One second. Yes, guys. So what we will cover in the Linux, something like so introduction. So discuss. We'll discuss about the course content AWS Linux, whatever we're discussing. Then run roles and responsibility of a development team and operation team. So how to deploy application or a website in the real-time environment? What is the OS types of hardwares? So difference between GUI and CLI, difference between commercial and open source. So what is Linux operating system? History of a Linux and architecture of the Linux. So why did so Linux become popular? Flavors of a operating system, data center overview, why we need to keep servers in the data center, and explained about the real-time environments like non-prod product, and what is non-prod and production environments, and will explain deeply about the dev environment, what is dev environment, what is QA environment, and what is pre-prod and production environments. So what is an application, how many servers we need to deploy an application, something like app server, DB server. So what is a virtualization, a difference between physical server and virtual server. So how to download and install Oracle VirtualBox on your Windows machine, something like a virtualization concept. And we'll show how to download and how to install the CentOS 7 on a Windows machine. So what is a Linux file system hierarchy? So this is most important, guys. So and difference between Windows and Linux file system structure. So basic commands of a Linux. So and what we will discuss in the deep Linux, file and directory handling tools, test processing tools, so user administration, few basic Linux commands like copy, move, and remove, and file permissions, how to modify owner and group permissions, what is the process, and how to kill the process. For example, Java Tomcat, right? How to kill the process. So the disk information, package management, how to install Java Tomcat and Apache servers, and deploy one real-time application. So we'll show you. so we'll show you Linux in this course. So whatever we are discussing, right? So we'll show it on this on the Linux part. Okay, guys, understood?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
right.
sir.
Okay.
Yeah. So we will discuss these and we will discuss the later. Chaitanya will discuss about later the administration and
Okay.
the server part also.
Okay.
NFS server, FTP server, Samba server, Postfix server. Okay.
Ah,
So
yeah.
we'll discuss later. So
Okay.
the basic we'll discuss in this class. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So then AWS, Linux, and right, Seatal. So we'll discuss Kubernetes. First, we will discuss the Terraform. So if you want or if you don't want, you can skip that one. So
Okay.
I will teach to this to Chaitanya and Kirti. Okay. So that
Okay.
Ansible part, from Ansible part, you need to know everything. So that Ansible, Docker, Kubernetes, Jenkins, GitLab.
Okay. So
Okay.
GitLab and Bitbucket, what's the difference, sir? It's the same thing, no?
Yeah, same. Yeah. So
Okay.
I'm posting all the documents in the GitHub. So
Okay.
what you guys can do it, you guys can create just a GitHub account. Okay.
Okay.
Also,
So
sir, you teach how to build CI/CD pipelines also, no?
yes. We'll show you two projects. So one is mine and one is a real-time project.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll discuss. So what is that? I will show you. So simple DevOps project. So we'll show you. So how to build the pipeline, how to set up the pipeline. You see, right? So this is the simple DevOps project. Build how to get the code from the GitHub and pull the code and build the code from the Ansible. How we can deploy the code. So we will do it this part also. Understood, Sital?
Yes, sir.
So yep, right. So we'll show you, no worries, how to set up the Jenkins, Maven, everything will show you. So we have a setup, something like first we need to deploy it on the Tomcat server, then we slowly deploy it on the Docker. So then we slowly deploy it on the Kubernetes. So with the help of Ansible. So we'll discuss this real-time project in the later. So
Okay,
once
sir.
we discussed everything, Kubernetes and everything, so we'll discuss this project. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in this document, everything will be there. So if you want to create a one job, so how to install the Jenkins plugins and everything, so we will be include in this document. So we'll share this document, no worries. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So and I created a GitHub account, guys. So in this GitHub account, simple DevOps project. Simple DevOps project. No, not this simple DevOps project. So I created a repository, called it as, yeah. So AWS DevOps material, everything will be under this directory, right? AWS DevOps material. So everything. So the Ansible material, AWS material, DevOps documents, Git materials, Jenkins CI/CD materials, everything will be. So I already uploaded all the recordings and recordings as well as the documents also. So as well as document also, for example, so every day what I will do, so I will create a day by one, day one, day two, day three, something like a, so what we discussed in the class, and so something like a, I will upload the YouTube recording, right? So I will share that recording to you also, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So and I will upload the all the whatever the classes done, the images and the documents will be uploaded in the day one, day two structure. Okay. And guys, understood? So what you can do, Chaitanya and Kirti, what you can do, you can create a just create a GitHub account. So I
Okay.
already shared it in the batch 23, day one, not day one, I think day two. So where I kept it. 1 second, guys. Guys, just it's something like a how you can create your sign up your AWS Google account, right? The same way you guys can create the GitHub account, right? So okay,
Yeah.
in private mode. So www.github.com. Yeah, just sign up here, guys. You can provide your username, password, Gmail, email ID. So it will create automatically, guys. Once you it created, right? Once you click this URL, so this is the URL for the materials. So once you click this URL, right, it automatically opens. If you want, you can clone it also, right?
Okay,
Or
sir.
fork it also. I think Seetal knows how to fork the this repository, right?
Uh-huh.
Seetal?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
So introduction
So
and
all you have to do is just click on fork and then the whole repository is
yes, 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 yes,
cloned,
yes.
right?
Just
That's it.
yes, yes. It will clone automatically. So once you fork, right, it automatically clone to your repository.
Git clone and git fork, they're two separate things, no?
Yeah, yeah, separate. Fork is nothing but a copy of the
Entire
code,
repository.
entire repository.
Hmm.
So you see, right, something
And
like I
clone
will,
is only the branch, no?
yes, branch.
Hmm. Oh,
Yeah. So this is the fork, right?
yeah.
So in your, so once you create the account, right, so it will enable the fork. You just click the fork, it automatically copy it to your
Local.
repository, your local, something like
Okay.
GitHub account. Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah. Guys, so we'll discuss today. So you understood, right, the course content.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Guys, what is OS? So we are discussing from scratch, guys. What is OS, types of OS, types of hardwares, and so who invented the Linux? So Linux is a open source or open source or a commercial. What is GUI? What is CLI? So why Linux is popular? Today we will discuss about it. Okay,
Okay.
guys. What is OS?
It is a communication between the user and the machine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It your operating system basically it interacts with the hard. It's the software that interacts with your hardware.
Very good. So very good. Apart from this, Kirti, Chaitanya.
Yes.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, what is OS? Do you know
Um,
Chaitanya? What is OS?
Interaction between user and machine. Well, machine knows only binary language. We know only
User knows.
user knows only
Hmm. Which
English.
language?
There
Yeah.
is no
So
yeah,
you how we are
English.
talking with how we are talking with how we are talking with to a computer, guys, computer or mobile or any hardware. So through English only, right? Something like through English only. So you are communicating with the
Yeah.
hardware. So something like user knows which language, guys?
English.
English language. So for
English.
example, high level language. So for the just better understand purpose, I will give you a normal definition about the voice, guys. This is not a pure something like that
Okay.
that accurate definition, but you will understand what is voice, why voice. So computer knows which language, guys?
Binary language.
Binary.
So binary means
Zeros and ones.
very good.
Zeros and
I
ones.
think you know very well, right? Sital. Electronic
Uh,
students very well know very well about so binary
no,
language.
so
No, na?
no,
Yeah.
yeah, this I know, like how
Ah,
this gets how
yeah. Yes.
transistors can. Yeah,
Yes. So transistors and chip micron in the chip also they know they understand only the mission something like a binary language, right?
yeah.
Yeah. So something like so So what is the heart of the CPU? Central processing unit, right? The computer central processing unit is nothing but Intel i7, i5. So that chip is designed from binary language, right? So the computer
Right.
understand only binary language. So you something like Seetal or Kirti or myself, I know only. So we know English language. User knows only English language and the computer knows only binary language. So computer doesn't know the English language and the user doesn't know the computer language, binary language. So here, so there is no possibility to communicate with the hardware. So for example, so which laptop you are using, guys? So Seetal, which laptop you yesterday you bought that HP laptop, right? So HP laptop. So Kirti, which laptop are you using?
HP, sir.
You also
Chromebook.
Chromebook. Chromebook. So Chaitanya, which laptop are you using?
In my company HP ProBook, my
Mm,
personal laptop is Dell.
Dell. So
Yeah.
these three are the three different companies. So three different companies are created the hardwares, right?
Yes.
So created the hardware. So created the hardware. But there is no possibility to communicate directly with this hardware. Because of so user knows only English language, computer knows only binary language, right? So I want to communicate this computer. So how you can communicate? Something like, for example, Seetal knows only Hindi, Chaitanya knows only Tamil, right? So they both want to communicate with each other. So Seetal doesn't know Tamil and Chaitanya doesn't know Hindi. So how we can communicate with each other?
Get a translator.
Yeah, translator or a mediator. We need a mediator. For example, Kirti is the mediator. Kirti knows both the languages, Tamil and Hindi. So whatever Chaitanya convey, right? So convey the message. So so he Chaitanya convey to the Kirti. Kirti translate that message to Seetal via Hindi, whatever the language, right? The same. So OS also, OS is nothing but a OS knows both the
But yes.
languages.
And
What are those? Binary and English
English.
language. So whatever user, right? User gave the something like in the keyboard A. So took the OS and translate this A to binary language 101010 or something, right? Right. Now you understood. Same whatever the computer gave that binary, so it converts into English language and give it to the user. So what is the OS, guys? OS is just a mediator. So mediator.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys, now tell me the meaning of the OS.
It's a mediator between user and the computer.
Yeah, very good. So mediator. So mediator between user and computer. So user and computer is nothing but a OS, right? You know, just you know the a simple meaning of the OS. So what is OS, guys? OS is nothing but a mediator between user and computer. So now you
Yes.
understood. So OS is nothing but a mediator between user and computer. So now types of OSs. How many types of OSs are there, guys?
Two?
In Linux, number of versions also
Yeah,
is
there are a
there.
lot. The ones we do are like Windows,
Mm,
Linux.
Windows
mm,
XP 7, 8, 9, 10,
Ubuntu.
Yeah.
Ubuntu is also
11 also.
You
mm,
can you can do
Ubuntu,
Solaris
CentOS.
mm.
RHEL.
Yeah, guys. Very good. Very good. Yeah.
Ubuntu.
So Seetal, so you are
yes, sir.
using Seetal, Kirti, Chaitanya, you are using your personal laptops or something like a company laptops. So
My
how
company
many,
laptop.
yeah, how many users connect at a time and
think
work at a time?
only single user.
So only single
Single user.
user. So something like a server, right? A server is deployed, something like the website, Facebook or something like. How many users are connecting at a time?
Number of persons.
So number of users are
Oh,
connecting at a time. So how many types of users, guys?
2.
So what are those?
Single user and multi-user.
Yes, very good. Single user operating system and a multi-user
Multi.
operating system. So multi-user operating system. Single user operating system can connect at a time only one person, but in the multi-user we can connect number of people at a time.
Yes.
Multi-user operating system, multi-user and multitasking operating system, single user and multitasking operating system. So yeah, so which OS are you using, guys, in your laptops?
Single.
So which OS?
Oh, sorry. Windows.
Mm.
Windows.
So Windows 11, 10, right? So for
Yes.
example, 11,
11.
Windows 10, Windows 8, Windows Vista, Windows
XP.
7, Windows XP. Yeah, the same like as a the Linux also, right? So Ubuntu is popular for so both server side Linux and multi-user operating system and single user operating system, right? The
Yes.
same way, so multi-user operating system means so it support this OS is only support for the single user. So this OS is only support for the multi-user operating system. So
Multi-user.
multi-user operating system means so they can include it the servers. So something like a Tomcat server, Apache server, FTP server. So it connects a multi-user operating system. So what is that? So Windows Server 2018, I think. So Windows Server 2016 and so on, and also Linux, Unix, Solaris, right? Solaris, AX,
RHEL.
RHEL. So these all are the so Linux. So AX, Solaris, Unix, Linux. These all are the different OSs. So these OSs are supported for multi-user operating system. These OSs are supporting multi-user operating system. Guys, understood?
Yes, sir.
So we have a
So,
two types of
I
OSs.
have a doubt, sir.
Yeah.
So when you say single user operating system means only one user can connect to the kernel.
Yes.
Multi-user means now
So we
so
can
you and me
connect.
both of us can connect to the kernel.
Yeah, definitely. We can connect something like up to 60,000 users at a time.
Okay.
It supports Linux. So Linux is popular for
Multi-user.
multi-user operating system. So why it is popular? Why the Windows is not using? So why Linux is popular? I will show you. So Linux is a portable. What is that, guys?
Portable.
Portable and highly high secure, portable, high secure, and CLI. So portable, highly secure, and CLI. So what is CLI, guys?
Command
Command
line.
Interface.
Yeah. So the OS. So the Windows is
GUI. Graphical
GUI.
user.
So CLI. So what is CLI? What is GUI, guys? So something like a
Graphical user interface.
graphical user interface. So Windows is graphical user interface means so how it developed. The OS is developed through with the help of images. OS is developed with the help of
Images.
right? Minimize, maximize, everything. These all are from images, right?
Yeah.
So that's the reason it is not a portable. We need a 100 GB or 50 GB to install the OS. So to install the OS. And why this is not popular? Something like a ransomware attack or something like hackers can easily attack this Windows machine. So because of something like the viruses and everything will comes through the images, right? So the OS also build with the images. So something like every OS comes under the images, something like a links, right? So it will be easily attacking the Windows machines. But the Linux is a CLI. What is CLI, guys?
Command line.
Yeah, command line interface.
Interface.
Command line interface means so how you can interact with the OS, how you can
Through
interact
command.
with the, yeah, so same like as a so command prompt. So this is a CLI. So this is a CLI. How you can interact with this OS? You can interact with the OS through commands only through commands. So commands means CD, LS, PWD. So these all are from the alphabets, right? So something like ABCD alphabets. That's the reason Linux is portable. So we need 8 GB to install the default space for installing the OS is 8 GB. So highly secure. So because of it is a portable and so it is a CLI, right? So the OS is built with the something like alphabets. So so the hackers cannot hack this Linux because of there is no images. So there is no images, there is no attack, and the highly secure, something like there is a SC Linux policy is there. So that's the reason Linux is very popular and highly secure. Highly secure. Now you understood, right, guys? So
Okay.
why Linux is popular? So one
Yes,
is
sir.
Highly secure.
so why Linux is popular?
Portable.
Mm,
It's
Portable, highly secure, and
mm,
CLI.
yes. So highly secure and CLI. So here you know, right? So these are the OSs. Who developed or who invented? Who developed the Windows OSs, guys?
this one Bill Gates.
Bill Gates.
Microsoft.
Yes, Microsoft.
Ah,
So, so all the Windows softwares will comes from
that's
the
Microsoft.
Microsoft company.
Microsoft.
So Microsoft company is the a commercial. So Microsoft, all the products are commercial because of. So if you want to use the Microsoft products, we need to
Purchase.
purchase the license
Yeah.
before we can use it. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
GUI and CLI and commercial and open source. Now you understood, right? So what
Yes,
is
sir.
commercial? Now you understood.
Yep,
So the
okay.
so the difference between right, types of hardwares I will tell you. So the types of hardwares. So the difference between GU and CLI you understood. The difference between commercial and open source. So I will tell you. So Linux is a open source. So Linux is a open
Open.
source. So what is open source, guys?
It's free. You can use. Uh, you can
Yeah.
just download it and start using it.
Very
Without
good.
any purchase.
Yeah.
Yes, very good. So and we have another point also there. The point is nothing but a open source is nothing but a free of cost. Free of cost is one thing, so it can be available freely. And the second one is source code also available. Source code also available. Seetal, you know, right? What is source code?
Yes, sir.
What is source code?
I mean the uh, applications code.
Ah, so the software design, right?
Yeah.
Linux is designed through C or C++, I think. So C++ language. That source code also available. So if you want to modify, so we can use that source code and we can modify whatever you want. So we can
Okay.
modify whatever you want. I will discuss later this one. I will discuss later this one, guys. Yeah. So the types of hardware. So types of hardware. So something like Windows 11 laptop. So in the which laptop you install the OS, guys? Dell Latitude, for example. So Dell Latitude. So this is the image. In this image, in this hardware, you installed only only single user operating system. The same way multi-user operating system, where the multi-user operating system will install something like Dell Power Edge R710. So this is the image. This is the image. This is the server. You can install the server OS on this hardware. You can install server OS on this hardware. Now you understood? So where we can install the single OS operating system and multi OS operating system.
Yes.
Yes, right.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's not
Single
H.
user.
Chaitanya, tell me.
Okay, fine.
Yeah. So don't write anything, guys. I will give you the recording and I will give you these documents. No need
Okay.
to write. No need to write anything. You guys can watch it recording later part also. Okay. Yeah, guys. So now you understand. So we have a two types of OSs. The same way, so the hardware companies also created two types of hardwares. So one is for single user operating system, the other one is for the multi-user
Okay.
operating
Operating.
system. So what is the one, guys? So one is nothing but a single user operating system. The second one is nothing but a multi-user operating system. So what is that, guys? Multi-user operating system. Guys, so OS can be single user operating system and multi user operating system. Single user operating system for so we can connect only one user, so we can connect multiple users, so we can connect so multiple users. So what is GU and CLI? You already knows, right? So how you can interact with the Linux OS through commands only. So right, this is the server and hardware also. Hardware also created two types. So Dell Latitude, HP Lite, Lenovo, Asus, Samsung, Chromebook, and Mac OS, Mac, right? Apple Air or Apple ProBook. So these all are the single user operating system. They support only for the single user hardware. So multi-user also they supported. Dell, they created two types of hardwares. One is for a single user operating system, that is Dell Latitude. So the other one is the Dell PowerEdge R710. Dell PowerEdge R710. This is for a multi-user operating system, but where the multi-user operating system will install, the multi-user operating system will install the multi-user operating system will install on this multi-user, so that multi-user hardware. Okay. So the same like as a
Okay.
HP also created their own type of hardwares, two types of hardwares. HP ProBook, HP ProBook,
Chromebook, sir.
yeah, Chromebook
Chromebook.
also. So this is for
I'm using Chromebook.
so ProBook is for single user operating system. HP ProLint. So HP ProLint is for multi-user operating system. Okay. So this is
Okay.
the hardware to supports multi-user operating system. Supports multi-user operating system. So but Lenovo, Asus, so Lenovo, Asus, every company. Where I kept, guys. Yeah, sorry. That so the server hardwares. So one is Dell PowerEdge, other one HP ProLine. So IBM is support only for the multi-user operating system hardwares only. So what that is? IBM Blade servers. So what that is, guys? IBM Blade
Yes,
servers. Now you understood, right, guys? Types of OS and types of hardwares. Types of OS, types of hardwares. So what is the difference between a GU and CLI, and what is the difference between open source and commercial? So open source and commercial. Guys, now you understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes, right. Yeah. So difference between commercial and open source. Now, so what is a Linux operating system? Guys, what is a Linux operating system? Tell me now. Does anyone knows? So what is Linux operating system?
It's a open source.
It's a open source.
Yeah. It's a multi-user
Mm.
operating system,
Very
which is open source.
mm.
Um, and it's one of the most popular operating systems.
Mm.
It's a command
We
line.
will interact with any command.
Yeah, it's portable.
Mm.
Yeah, it's secure also.
Mhm.
That was the question, isn't it? What is Linux?
Yeah. So what is a Linux? So Linux is a family of a open source. So Linux is a family of open source, right?
Yes.
Yeah, one second. This is the one I want to save this file. New or save. Hi guys. So what is Linux? Linux is a family of open source Unix-like operating systems based on the Linux kernel. An operating system kernel first released on the September 17, 1991 by Linus Torvald. So Linux is typically packaged into a Linux distribution. Guys, now you
Yeah.
understood?
Yeah.
So what is Linux? Linux is a family of a open source Unix-like operating system. So based on the Linux kernel, an operating system kernel first released on the September 17th, 1991 by Linus Torvald. So Linux is typically packaged in the Linux distribution. So Linux distribution. Guys, right? Yeah. So Linux, how it comes, guys? How it comes? So in 1991, Linus Torvald. Who is that, guys? Linus.
Yes,
Yes.
for
Linus Torvalds. Linus Torvalds. So he studied in one of the university and his mentor is asking to create a Linux based on the Unix. Right? His mentor gave the task to create a OS based on the Unix OS. He took the Unix OS and created a new. So based on the
Linux.
yeah, based on the Linux, not based on the Unix. So
Unix, he
yeah,
created
based on
it.
the he created a Minix OS. First he created a which OS, guys? Minix
Unix.
OS. Yeah. So Minix OS having some drawbacks. So Minix OS having some drawbacks. Some drawbacks means there is no network. Network is not enabled in the Minix operating system. So his mentor is asking to. So yeah, so you can overcome those problems, and I need a new OS so which supports everything. So then he overcome those issues and created a new OS. What is that, guys? He created a new OS and he is thinking to put the name for the new OS. So then that new OS, right? So he wants to put a new name for this OS. He thinks that he think and so what is his name, guys?
Linux.
Linus. He took the first four letter from his name and last letter from Unix. Last letter from Unix. Then he created a name, call it as a
Linux.
yes. Now you understood, right, guys? How Linux comes into the picture? Yes, right. Who
Yes.
developed Linux?
Linux Torvalds.
Yeah, in
1991.
1991. 17,
So yeah, September 17th in 1991, Linus Torvald created a one OS based on the Unix OS. So he created a Minix OS, Minix having some drawbacks, and he overcome those drawbacks and created a new OS called as a something like Linux OS. How it comes? So something like he took from first four letter from his name and the last letter from the X. So then it call it as a Linux. Linux OS. So and he released as a open source. So he released as a open he released as a open source. Guys, now you understood. So how Linux comes into the picture?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So open source software is a software which with source code that anyone can inspect, modify, and enhance. So what is that, guys? So everyone. So this is a open source. He released as a open source, right? So if he released as a open source, so what we can do, guys? So we can,
We can use it and modify it or customize it as per
yeah.
our needs.
Yeah, guys. So open source software is a software with source code that anyone can inspect, modify, enhance. So we can access the source code of the Linux OS, allowed to run the program of any purpose or usage, allowed to change the program working procedure. So free to distribute, right? So free to distribute. Now we understood. So he released as a
Open source.
open source. So everyone can use this source code and created their own type of Linuxes, right? So for example,
Yes.
so for example, so IBM company, IBM. So IBM company took that source code and created their own OS, right? So source code
Mm.
also available. So took that source code and created their own OS, call it as a X Linux OS, right? So HP company also. So what is that? HP company also took that source code and created their own OS called as a UX Linux OS. The same way, so Sun company, Microsystems, Sun Microsystems took that source code and created their own OS called as a Sun
License?
Sun Solaris. So the same way, so Oracle company also took that source code
Mm.
and created their own OS called as a Oracle Linux OS. What is this, guys? So Oracle Linux OS. So Amazon company also took that source code and created their own OS called as a Amazon Linux 2023 and Amazon Linux 2. The same way, Red Hat Inc. Who is this, guys? Red Hat Inc. took that source code and created their own type of OSs called as a Fedora, CentOS, and Red Hat. So what is that, guys? So Red Hat. So the CentOS and Red Hat releases are released as a something like CentOS 2, Red Hat 2, CentOS 3, Red Hat 3, CentOS 4, Red Hat 4, CentOS 5, Red Hat 5, CentOS 6, Red Hat 6, CentOS 7, Red Hat 7, CentOS 8, Red Hat 8, CentOS 9, Red Hat 9. So what is the present version of the CentOS, guys?
9.
So Red Hat or CentOS 9. Okay. Same like as a Debian. took the source code and created their own type of OS called as a Ubuntu. Ubuntu Linux. Something like 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
So DBN is a company, sir.
Debian is a company.
Like what do they deal with? I mean, why do I in that code that I showed you the other day, no? He has used DB in the Docker file. No, in the Docker file or in the
Ubuntu, right? I saw it your code.
he wrote some lines of code and Nietzsche he wrote Debian 11.
Yes, yes, yes.
So why is he using that?
Debian is the company. So how they are starting and stopping the services like a Debian. So we'll show you later this one.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's right. So the same like as a SUSE Linux also. Which one? SUSE Linux, FreeBSD. So Linux. So these all are the Linux. Now you understood,
Yes, sir.
guys? Yeah. So these three are. These two are Amazon and Oracle Linux is copied from the Red Hat Linux. So if you know the Red Hat CentOS Red Hat, so it will be easy to understand the Amazon and Oracle also. So the Debian, Ubuntu, everything. So if you know the Linux, right, it will be easy. So the core functionality should be same, but the difference is naming convention or something like a commands. Few commands it will be differ. Okay. So if you know the, so this Oracle is Makki to Makki, same. Oracle and Amazon Linux. So whatever the commands you are working here, those commands will be working in the Oracle and Amazon also, the same commands. Okay. So so in this course, what we will learn, So we will learn the Red Hat. So Red Hat software, Red Hat OSS, CentOS and Red Hat. So for example, in this course, we will discuss about CentOS 7 or Red Hat 7. So Chaitanya,
Yeah.
so which OSS are using in our company?
Red Hat, CentOS, Ubuntu.
So everything, Red Hat, Solaris also, right?
Yeah, Solaris, some servers.
Red Hat, CentOS,
Solaris and Ubuntu.
Ubuntu. So do you know which version they are using?
Majorly we worked on Red Hat.
Red Hat, right? Which version of the
Some
Red Hat?
servers, yeah, RHEL, some servers 9, some 8.5, 8.1 is there, some servers.
Okay, 9 and 8 they are using.
Yeah, yes, majorly 8.
So RHEL is
Recently
nothing
we
but,
upgraded to 9.
okay. So RHEL is nothing but a, so RHEL
Red
is
Hat,
nothing but a,
Linux,
Red Hat. So R means
Linux,
red, H means had, E means enterprise. What is that? Enterprise
and limit,
Linux.
Linux.
Understood? So now you understood what is RHEL. So Red Hat Enterprise Linux 9 or something like. So what is this?
9
This is the
something.
enterprise. This is the enterprise. They are using the production environment purpose. These OSS. So that enterprise having a commercial and it's having the support and subscription. So RHN, you know, right? RHN, Red Hat Network, Satellite Network. This is Red Hat Network. So if you want to patch any server, so we can get those updates from the RHN. We'll discuss later. No worries. Okay. Yeah. So now you understood, right, Chaitanya, Kirti, and that Seetal.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. How Linux is comes into the picture and took that source code. So because of it's a open source, right? Every company took the source code and created their own type of Linux OSs. So which OS we are discussing in the servers? We are discussing in the server something like a Red Hat CentOS 7, 6, 6, 7, 8 we can use it. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So now you understood. So
Yeah.
so which one we are discussing? We are discussing about the CentOS Red Hat 7, 8, 9. Okay. Yeah, we understood. Now you understood the OS. So types of OS, hardware, what is the Linux operating system, history of the Linux and architecture of the Linux. So why did the Linux become popular? Flavors of the Linux. So flavors of the Linux operating system we discussed. So why did Linux become popular? We already discussed. History of the Linux we
Yes.
already discussed. And what is Linux operating system we already discussed. Architecture of the Linux. So what is the architecture of the Linux, guys? So architecture of the Linux. So what is the architecture? What is the architecture? So for example, is the Linux. So Linux architecture. Yeah, guys. So what is that? This is your hardware. What this is, guys? This is your hardware. Dell Power Edge. Guys, you guys also can speak out that. So once you are speaking about this hardwares and everything, right? So it will be easy to understand also. It will be easy to understand. So for example, so this is the hardware. So what this is, guys? So this is a physical server. So in this physical server, so what you are installing the CentOS 7. So in the once you install the CentOS 7, so what is the kernel? Kernel is nothing but a art of the OS. What is that? So art of the OS is kernel. I will show you guys. Guys, 1 second. Yeah. So this is the hardware. This is the architecture of the Linux, guys. So this is the architecture of the Linux. I will tell you. No, no, before only. Yeah, guys. So what is a kernel? What is this, guys? So what is a kernel? So what is a kernel, guys? So this is the hardware, right? So the kernel is installed on this on top of a hardware. So kernel is a central component of the operating system. Kernel is a central component of the operating system. It acts as a interface between the user application and hardware. So it acts as a interface between the user application and hardware. The main aim of the kernel is to manage the communication between the software level and the hardware level, CPU, disk memory, and the user level application. So what is the aim of the kernel? To manage the communication between software and the hardware. So the main task of the kernel is process management, device
Device.
management, memory management, interrupt handling, IO communication, and file system. IO communication and so file system. Now, so is Linux is a kernel or an operating system? So there is a difference between the kernel and OS. So kernel is a part of the OS which manages the core feature of an OS, while if some useful applications or utilities are added over the kernel, so then the complete package becomes an OS. The complete package becomes an OS. So it can easily said that an operating system consists of a kernel space and a user space. So what is that, guys? A kernel space and a user space. So right, this is the kernel. So in the kernel, so where we are executing our code, we are executing our code in the shell, guys. So we are executing our code in the shell prompt. So what is a shell? Shell is a software program that allows you to interact and access the computer system. User can enter commands in the user can enter commands in the shell prompt, which will be executed by the shell. So since the only means of the communication through shell is text, is known as a command line interface. So what is command line interface, guys? So shell is a software program that allows you to interact and access a computer system. So what is that, guys? How you are interacting with this computer system? So you are
Through the
acting,
shell.
yeah, through
Mm.
the shell only. Through the shell only. So user can enter commands in the shell prompt, so which will be executed by the shell. Since the only means communication through shell is text, is known as a CLI. So how you are interacting with the shell, guys? You are interacting with the shell through
Yes.
commands only. Through the commands only. That is nothing but a CLI. So that is nothing but a CLI. A shell is a command interpreter and server is a service as a user interface to the Linux kernel. So we have a types of shells, guys. The shells are SH shell, bash shell, C shell, T shell, cache shell. So Linux is using the bash shell, born again shell. So where
Okay.
our commands are executing in the shell prompt only. You see, guys, this is the Linux architecture. So this is the hardware. On top of the hardware, so what you installed? You install the CentOS 7 OS. So which one we installed? We installed a CentOS 7. So
Interesting.
CentOS 7 means a kernel, you install the kernel. So in the kernel, so how you are interacting with this application and hardware through the kernel only. So kernel, if you execute any command, something like a vi cd grep in the shell prompt, so shell will inform to the kernel, kernel will inform to the hardware. So kernel, so will inform to the hardware. Guys, now you understood? So what is a kernel?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Good. Mm.
understood. A kernel is a
Kernel central component of OS.
yes. It acts as an interface between the user application and hardware. It acts as a
Yes.
user. It acts as
Interface
a
User
with
communication between, yeah,
user and
kernel and the
application
hardware.
through the shell.
Yes, very good. So now you understood the architecture of the Linux, right, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So flavors of the Linux operating system also you know. So why did Linux become popular? You know, right? So data center overview. So data center, so overview. So for example, so this is the server, right? So this is a physical server and this is also a physical server. So what this is a physical server. So this is also a physical server. You installed here also we installed the Yeah. So we install the CentOS 7. So for example, so this is a app server. So this is a app server and this is the DB server. So this is the app server and this is the DB server. So this is nothing but your environment. So app
Okay.
server means the application will be deployed on the app server. So for example, this is a Facebook, WhatsApp or whatever it may be, you deployed in the application server. So database server, there is a data, right?
Yes.
So this is
Yes.
the environment. This is the environment. So this so where we need to keep something like so in our home we keep these servers in our home. So this is the so this is a home or a house, app server, database server. If you want to deploy application, if you want to build a software or a website, we need a app server and a DB server. Yes. So first we bought the Dell PowerEdge R710. So two servers and we install the CentOS 7 and we install the Oracle database. Then the database Oracle team using it the Oracle database. Then application team, development team. So we'll uses the a development server. So we'll uses the a development server, right? So you have a thought something like you applied everything, so then you released as a so from your house only you released as in the market,
Okay.
right? So something like market, so so in your home, so what you have only one power backup
Yeah.
and one internet. So one internet backup, so one power backup and one internet backup. So if something goes wrong, so something like so 1 week there is no power failure, there is no internet failure. So your UA also very good, something like a WhatsApp. So every day 10,000 people signing up your website. So 1 week means 7 days. 70,000 people are sign up your so created their account in their account in our WhatsApp app, right? They are using it. After 1 week, every 2 hours the power will goes down and came up. So every 2 hours the power will goes down and came up. That site that time your website will be accessible or not, guys?
Not,
No, right?
not actually.
Because of your server is in down state, but your application is deployed in the server. So we cannot
Yes.
see this. So we cannot see the application in the outside because of the site cannot be reached because of your so that hosted website web server is in the shutdown state, right? So then
Yeah.
immediately we want to and internet also every 2 hours the internet will goes down and came up, they goes down and came up, they goes down and came up. So finally the people are irritating and removing their accounts from the WhatsApp because of WhatsApp because of
Shutdown state.
yeah, yeah, your something like your servers are shut downing, internet is going down, right? So that's the
Yes.
reason we need a solution, guys. For this, we need a solution. Who will provide the solution? So
For the
what is the
cloud.
yeah? So what is the solution we need, guys?
Multiple
Hmm.
backup.
Yeah. So multiple
Power
power
and internet.
backups and multiple internet backups. So what
Yes.
I need, my website will not goes down. So I need a uptime 99.9999 percentage. So how
Yes.
much uptime we need? So 99.99% because of so means my site will not goes down. So it will be up and running 24/7. It will be up and running 24/7. So who will provide the solution? So who will provide
That's
the
why we need, that's why I think we need different data centers.
very good. Now Yeah. So in your home, if you are keeping the servers in your home, so
Different.
yeah. So if you keep your servers in your home, definitely there will be a chance of so power failure and
One
internet.
ser- I'll
Internet.
put one server in your house also. So.
Yes, yes. So we can
Okay,
put
కదా?
once.
Yeah. What I'll put at my house. Yeah. If it goes down, then it will operate from your house.
Yeah. Yes. Sir. So I have a two servers. I have a two servers. So the solution is call it as a data center. What is the solution, guys? So solution is call it as a
Data center.
data.
Data
Data centers.
So what it contains? What is data center?
They will
What?
provide
We can
infrastructure.
store the
Physical servers. Yeah. It's like a physical location where all the
Yeah. So your voice is breaking.
physical hardware that you use.
Yes.
control
Racks they
assist
will
is that too,
provide.
sir.
Yeah, so Controllers is the Asia's largest rated 4 data center. So this is the data center, guys. You already know or you don't know. So that building, the road from Mindspace to the Denarbit Mall Road. Yeah. So this is the Controllers data center, right? This is the data center, guys. So where it is located? It
Yeah.
located towards Pioneer Building.
Yeah,
You
yes.
understand? Yes, right?
Recently constructed.
No, it was there from
Yes,
long
sir.
ago. Yes. This is towards to Inarbit Mall Road, right? So towards to Inarbit Mall Road, there is a
It's
control
fine.
data center. Signed before only. You know, right? Chaitanya signed.
Yes, that's why I'm telling.
Yeah.
Previously, this building there is old building
Towards
is there.
the yeah,
2 years
sir.
back,
Towards
newly constructed this building.
Yeah. No,
express
this building
link.
is not newly constructed.
Left
So which
తీసుకుంటా
2 to 3 years
straight
back,
up.
normally.
S&S Park is there, right? S&S.
I think in Saint,
Straight
200-meter distance is there.
Yes. Towards to Saint, there will be a control data center. So
Yes.
this is the data center. So what they are providing means they are providing a space to keep our servers. What they are providing? They are providing a rental space to keep our servers. But what they are providing? They are providing a 99.99% uptime. What they are providing? Uptime.
99.99.
Yeah, 99.99%. So why? So there in the data center having a multiple power backups and their data center having the multiple internet backups. If one goes down, it will automatically switch to the another one. If something goes down, it will switch to the other one. So definitely there will be uptime 99.99%. Okay.
Okay.
Now you understood, right? What is data center? Before
Yes.
cloud, so we are using, yeah, Sital,
Yes, sir.
before cloud, we are using data centers.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So racks, data center racks.
Sir, but your cloud also is nothing but data center only, no?
I will tell you, no worries. You will understand more. So cloud also data center. Just I already told you right yesterday. So just is it's a REST API, AWS, Google or something like everything is a REST API. So they are that API is linked to the data center only. So where we can get the servers from? Definitely from the hardware only. Damn sure, right? Yeah, you see.
Yeah.
So this is the server racks. So server racks. 1 second. This is yeah. So I needed this a track, right? So you see something like what this is. These all are the racks. So something like CO2 rack, CO3, C4, C5. So what they are keeping in the racks, they are keeping in the servers. You see. So these all are the servers. So what they are providing? So they are providing the, guys, tell me, uptime 99.99%. So right now you understood. So where we are keeping our servers? So
In
we are
data centers.
in data centers. Now you understood what is data center. So data center supports data center or on-premise. You heard about, right? On-premise. A data center
Yes.
or on
On-prem.
premise
Yeah.
on-premise environment. So both are same. So what they are providing? They are providing a IaaS, infrastructure as a service. What they are providing?
Infrastructure as a service.
Infrastructure as a service. Now you understood? So what they are providing? They are providing the IaaS, infrastructure as a service. So infrastructure as a service. So what they are providing? What is a data center? So data center is nothing but so they are providing a rental space for to keep our servers and they are running 24/7. So without any interruption. So without any interruption. Guys, now you understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So why we are not keeping our servers in the home?
Because
Because of the backup, power backup.
Yeah, power backup. So a data center is a physical
high
facility.
interruptions.
Yes,
Power
yes.
and internet interruptions.
Yes. A data center is a physical facility that stores computing machines and their related hardware equipment, such as servers, data storage drivers, and network equipment. It is used to house computer systems and associated components, including telecommunication and storage systems.
Okay.
Okay, now you understood, right?
Yes, sir.
So a company rent a space within a data center owned by others and located off company premises. So a company rent spaces. What they are providing? They are providing the rental space for to keep our servers. Now you understood? So because of what they are providing a uptime of 99%, 9.9% reliability, durability. Because of they are providing the multiple internet backups and they are providing the multiple power backups. So definitely your site will not be close, will not be down. Guys, now you understood?
Yes, sir.
Chaitanya, app server,
Yes.
DB server. Yeah. So before cloud, so which one we are using?
Data center.
Data
Very
center.
good. So we'll tell you later. So what is the so why popular? Why data center? Why cloud is popular than data center? Right. So before so we used so for the communication, which one we used? We used only the normal phones, right? That keypad phones.
Yes.
Yes, right. So for the talking
Yes.
purpose. Later they realized and they created as a they developed a innovative thought called as a smartphones, right?
Yes.
Yeah, the same way. So the enhancement of the IaaS or something like the enhancement of the futures is called as a cloud. Okay,
Yes.
guys, will discuss tomorrow. Okay,
Okay.
now you understood, right? What is data center? Now you understood. So
Yes.
Chaitanya, now you understood, right, Chaitanya?
Yeah. Yes.
So your servers will be located in
Data centers.
so data centers, right? In which data centers?
Now,
Something like sorry.
normal data centers.
Okay.
Nothing but plus.
Yeah. So your servers will be located in the data centers, right?
Yes.
So tomorrow we'll discuss. So what we will discuss tomorrow? So data center overview, we already discussed why we need to keep our servers in the data center. You understood. Explained about the real-time environments like prod, non-prod. Tomorrow we will discuss what is non-prod production environments and explain why. Dev will show you tomorrow. So what is an application? How many servers we need to deploy an application? We'll discuss tomorrow. So what is a virtualization? Difference between physical and virtual. So how to download and install Oracle VirtualBox on Windows machine. So we'll show you tomorrow, guys. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Yep. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.